Hello, suppressive tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play some Lobotomy Corporation. We're having a late night stream, so there's probably a little bit less chat this time around, but it's all good. I'm still excited to play the game, so here I am. Now, for today's event, we're going to try to suppress a wall 5 times, as well as finish the day relatively quickly. I'm not sure if we'll be successful, but that's the plan. The wall plan will be to try to release this thing quickly, about 4 times in total, and in between we'll have to suppress Little Red. We're going to use an Aleph equipped hit squad, basically, of only people that have Aleph equipment, because the bird does do Wa class damage, or sorry, Pale damage. So we gotta be a little bit careful with that. And I think actually suppressing this thing isn't too difficult, but we'll see. We might even be able to get away with weaker geared employees, but I'm not sure. Our weakest gear will be Daubry with the Wa class, and we'll see how it goes. Other than that, we will try to start researching our new Aleph slowly, and we'll start learning about we'll finish the singing machine, and I recruited a throwaway character with no name, no stats, who will finish our research on the Flesh Idol, because I feel like I'm going to be too busy to min-max micro that. And then upstairs, we did recruit Need from the chat, so congratulations. Alright, that's all. Let's get started. Alright, so pause right away because, you know, we've got 11 minutes here, so I want to kind of rush this a little bit more than normal. So the plan here is to fail working on the Bird of Judgment. The first thing we need to find out is, can Rides, who takes the least amount of damage from the bird, survive that? And we do need a low, so it has to be repression. I'm not even 100% sure if he'll survive. Every 2 bads, hopefully we'll get an escape. Meanwhile, we need to keep gathering energy so we can actually win, basically. So somebody else will work, you know, the other abnormalities. And we're going to throw Juliet away. She'll die eventually. We're going to start moving. Basically, my hit squad is going to be over here to fight. So I'm going to start moving them over. Faith is lucky enough to not be on the hit squad. And Faith instead is going to be on the singing machine task, which, if I remember correctly, we just do insight on for the most part. Basically, insight or repression. Instinct is good, but if you raise your fortitude, then you're dead, so you can't do that. So you'll go work on... Well, for now, we'll start with insight, because it's got better odds, but we need to raise your repression stat eventually. And then this is our new guy. We will learn more about this thing eventually, but I just don't have the employees. I need Aleph equipped people to go in there. It's definitely a human, though, whatever you guys see, that's 100% a human, in case you're wondering. Meanwhile, on the upper tier, the goal is just to keep the income going. Basically, it looks like most of these people have max stats, so I'm going to let one of them sort of lose out on their ability to work for the day, and then everybody else can just farm that safely. And we'll send Hades, who's probably safe enough to work on the Army in Black. Lots of energy. Again, what we're kind of trying to do is save game time and get energy quickly. So we want to keep our employees working on efficient jobs where possible. So like the Wolf is worth quite a lot. We're going to send... It looks like Jelka 2.0 will be okay. Slightly reduced... Well, Teth armor is a little bit scary there. I think we'll stick to the Wa tier to someone who's got HE tier at least. So Turkey should be safe. And that's kind of my logic there for sending in Turkey. And then meanwhile, the newer players will go on the slightly more safe secondaries, basically. But yeah, I'm just going to send everybody in right away just so we can get the day off, start the day off with a bang. Basically, every single person in here is going to start working. We got HR spiders. We'll send Need in. Need can go hang out with the HR spiders. And Frisk 2.0 can go that way. And we do have Fella 2.0. We got a lot of 2.0s these days. I guess it's Cole's turn to work on the bird, get his SP a little bit higher. And Fella can work on his temperance. Okay, that's pretty much everybody, I think. I might have missed 1 or 2 people. I think what I missed was the people in the top of the command, central command, so I missed Pixel. I can't send Pixel down with Well, he takes 0.8 black damage. I wonder if he can work the mountain safely. That seems a bit scary for his stats. You know what I'll do just to be safe? We'll send him towards the shoes, which he should be 100% safe on. Yeah. Because the shoes are much, much, much weaker. Alright, that's our day. Let's get started. Also, notable, we have an HP recovery bullet. It still costs 1 ammo, but we can now heal people by shooting them. This is better, perhaps, than just making them disappear when you shoot them. So let's get it going. So the main thing, I mean, we've spent a lot of time already without making any progress. The main thing to watch here right away is to find out how much damage Rides takes while trying to fail the bird. Also, let's hold up for a second here. We did get our meltdown immediately. What did we melt down? So this one will be easy enough. We'll send someone back into there. The top floor should be completely immune to meltdowns, so it's something we're already heading to. So first meltdown, nothing to worry about. We're starting to get our backup showing up. So I think we'll have the backup right in the hallway to start fighting immediately. And if possible, I'll try to keep the janitors alive or, well, executed, because I would like to not... We don't want to release the big boys while we're in here. And it looks like Rides can survive working on the Bird of Judgment fairly safely here. Now, we actually did not get a fail. We only got an 8, which is only a 50-50 chance of lowering the counter, which is kind of unfortunate, actually. It's not really what I wanted to have happen there. Because once that yellow bar goes away, the yellow color, we might not even drop the clip off. Question is, can we heal people in the rooms? No. If they're inside a containment room, bullets don't work on them. You have to be, like, in a hallway or a main room for that to work. Unfortunately. Alright, so Singing Machine is fully researched. Clip off of 1. It does have a weapon. It does not have an armor, as far as we know. And there is a accessory. So we should probably get this. It's another ranged weapon. I was just saying we needed them. It's kind of a, not an amazing one, because it's a very slow firing rate, but, you know, we need more of these sorts of things anyway. So we're going to keep Faith working on this guy. For now. Upstairs, we're still waiting on some cooldowns. See, I want to be a little bit careful about triggering the Purple Dawn, because we'll have to fight the ordeals. We don't want to trigger that without most of our employees ready to go. But I'll try to pick some of the more profitable jobs here real quick, just to keep the income flowing. Alright, we're sticking to Turkey on the Wolf, and then Jelka on the Robot. Meanwhile, we actually stopped the meltdowns. We're doing fine on that front. The people I sent to work the things did okay. So we did not successfully... Oh no, we did drop the clip off. Good. So once this next job is done at -4%, hopefully we'll get it down to... and it'll escape. That'll be the first escape. The question is, can we get enough of those in time? Let's not work anything here. Because hopefully this guy's going to escape, and I want everybody ready to go. And Thorinum can definitely fight, so we'll move you over. Meanwhile, the people who aren't going to be fighting, we need like 1, 2, 3, or 4 more jobs. So let's do some easy stuff. Send Hades down. I'm not going to work on the... Well, nah, we'll work on the army in pink here. It should be fine. We've got pretty amazing stats. We'll be fine. Oh, right. Perfect. So, our newbie died. Did not quite finish researching, but we only spent 1 point on them. So we'll just recruit 1 more next time. We did learn that if you only pray for 46 to 90 seconds, you just heal people in the area. So you have to pray for more than 20 seconds, but I think probably 90 seconds is going to be when you just explode. So, or, well, something happens. Anyway, we don't have to worry about that. That's what the randos are for. That's going 1, 2, I think I probably want to queue up a couple more here just to keep the day going. Like I said, I'm trying to do a little bit, maybe too much at the same time. Trying to get the timer and the suppression on the same day might be a little bit too much, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't want to trigger the purple ordeal until after this escapes. If I can help it. That's one. Alright, so we've got 2 more. Well, okay. As soon as that starts, we'll have 1 more. And then this will be basically we'll be able to trigger the purple ordeal, the violet dawn, whenever we want. So Punishing Bird also escaped, which means what we should try to do here quickly is have good old fella try to, you know, soak some damage so it goes back. This should let this thing out. I would like Ride to get a little bit of healing before, but we don't have a lot of time here. Need him over here quick. Alright, here goes. So, Bird of Judgment. How bad is it? I don't think we've tried to suppress it yet. There it is. So, it is, in case you missed it, weak to pale, like most things, and relatively strong against everything else. If you're lucky, Bird of Judgment. Yeah, we did get it. I don't know the exact odds. I feel like a bad with high probability is probably around 75%, give or take. So the question is, can we burn this thing down real quick? We've got no ability to protect against its damage type, because it does pale, and I don't have, like, pale shields. Now, I can heal people back up, so there's that. I don't know if I should be killing all the janitors. They sure die quick when they come in this room. Just get out of here. But you can kind of see, and I think this is kind of what I was expecting. The bird, I think it only attacks once per room. This is kind of why I wanted to try it. This is not, like, super, super fast, but I think it's actually pretty safe. We'll take 1 more hit from its little attack here, but we should be okay. And even that didn't actually trigger. Okay, cool. So this worked really well. I think we probably could have put, like, 1 or 2 more employees in the room, and we would have killed it before it got out, and that would have been a little bit more efficient for time, but I think this will work anyway. I also could... I haven't tried it, but what we could try is the next time it escapes, we could pay energy, which is kind of bad for the timer, and see if that resets little red after it dies, if she goes back home. Because I'm not sure how that works. But I don't think I want to waste the energy, because, you know, we're on a timer here. Anyway, let's trigger the Dawn Ordeal now. Try to get that done quick. Hopefully we don't get another ordeal right away, because if we get a bad ordeal for noon early, we might not have enough time. Like, no, I might not be able to actually finish the day on time. So Purple Dawn, you know, exciting music here, but honestly, no big deal. Faith should be fine, even on her own. And I will send her some backup once we get through the main event. And then after the ordeal's done, we'll get back to work as quick as we can. Yeah, look how quick these things go down. Nothing to worry about. I'm pretty positive Faith will be fine, but these things I'm pretty sure will do black damage if anything. So, there you go. Just in case. I think we might be able to pull this off today. It depends. If we can go, like, 2 more meltdown levels without seeing, like, a green noon, then I'll, like, if the noon shows up on day 5, I think it's basically a guarantee. Now, did very many janitors die here? No, actually, they didn't. because we didn't even drop down one on the army in black. So less than 5 employees have died so far. We're doing quite well. Alright, so that was good. Let's continue to try to be efficient here. So we want the bird to escape again, which means Rides needs to continue to do a bad job. Meanwhile, if you can work, you should. Gotta make that energy, gotta make that bank. Daubrey's busy. We're gonna send in Hades down to the shoes again. And Pixel can work the heart. It's a bit of a walk. You know what? I think maybe I'll change my mind. Maybe Hades... No, it's fine. Hades needs the stats from that one more anyway. It's fine. We'll let Faith finish the slime monster, and then we'll send her to work. Up here, let's just get people... Because we don't have a lot of time. We've got to keep things rolling. So let's just keep the upstairs employees busy. Got a good old HR spider for need again. Mia needs some sanity work. Should be sending Mia over to the this thing, whatever it's called. All right, that might be enough to trigger the next meltdown anyway, but. Yeah, we're fine. You got this. You got this, Faith. Good. And that gets us some good energy by finishing an ordeal. Meanwhile, you can keep working on the machine. Actually, hold on. Yes. No. Okay, we'll stop that one. Because the next person we send to work will trigger an ordeal. Or trigger the meltdown. Looks like another failure here, like we wanted. I hope. I mean, energy efficiency-wise, we're doing quite well. Alright, so that should drop it down, I hope. Just gonna wait here for a second. It did. I want to make sure... I'm gonna send you back in pretty quick. Let's do it like this. Let's just trigger another meltdown right now. So we'll send call. We'll see what we get, and we'll react accordingly. Oh man, we get our Crimson Noon. I mean, it's going to be at level 5, so that's about as late as it comes, I guess. Oh, that's unfortunate. Censored. So we have to work on that one, and we have to send someone who can... Oh man, all the Alephs. That's unfortunate for sure. So I actually have to delay working on the bird here a little bit. Yeah, because everything dangerous needs a work. Alright, because this thing will escape if I don't work on it. So we have to hope that we get a good result. Basically, we need a 16 or higher. So that's a little bit scary. And I don't actually know which of these 3 is the best, but... I think Rides is going to have to tackle it one way or the other. And then we want to make sure... The picture we're going to ignore. The fact that Melting Love melted down, that actually really sucks. Because this thing has all kinds of side effects that I don't like to deal with. Alright, Robert has to run all the way back to work on that. I guess I'll take this one, the mountain... myself. No, let's send Jirao. Only because I'm wearing the Melting Love armor. And it will make sense to keep track of it on me. Ugh, this is gonna suck. This actually is kind of what's gonna ruin my plan to get the suppressions, because now, because we got unlucky on that meltdown, I have to really watch, like, it's fine, it's fine. I just have to be very, very careful. And we still don't have, like... We've only done 1 suppression. We need quite a few more. Energy-wise, you know, it's going quite well, but... Does the fight itself have any side effects? It's not so much Melting Love escaping, although that can be dangerous as an Aleph, obviously. It's more everybody that's infected dies. So if it breaks out while I have the debuff, I'm instantly dead. And if any other of our employees also have the debuff, they instantly turn into slimes as well. It's more the insta-kill than the fight itself. That's generally the big threat for these kinds of things. Well, there's not much else I can do. I mean, we have to work it or it breaks out. I guess, like, to be fair, you could ignore it, suppress it on escape, and then no one would die. Like, because no one's worked it yet, you could just let the meltdown trigger it. Would that be quicker or safe? I mean, I don't know. She is pretty dangerous to suppress, if I remember correctly. She's immune to red damage. It might even heal her. So you have to be very picky on who you send to fight her. The trouble is, it's just all in the timing. Like, I don't know. Only got 6 minutes here. I wonder if I can pull that off. Alright, you know what? We'll try it. We'll try fighting her. I'm not 100% sure how this will work. She deals black damage. At least it's not pale, right? Grotham is fine against black, so we can bring him down. I probably could have had him fight the bird too, to be honest. The bird of judgment. I have some reservations about this one, but hopefully there's enough time for people to even get there is kind of the other issue. We got a good on the greed. We're going to lose a little bit of energy there, but that's nothing to worry about. I don't think Robert's going to be done with Censored in time. I don't think I want Faith fighting it, so we're going to keep working on this thing with Faith. Just, you know, once we can buy the 2 guns, then we're basically done with it for the moment. So we've got 12 seconds. This one will be finished. This one probably won't. And this really puts a... Alright, Melting Love has escaped. This puts a bit of a crimp in my my timing here. Alright, Rise is almost there. Now, with black damage, we can certainly keep protecting people with bullets. Unfortunately, it won't even count towards our wall suppression. It's too high a level. Alright. Let me get rid of any employee that might get slimed here. Alright, also, I had to keep people who are dealing red damage out of here. White damage is okay. White damage is okay. Doesn't look like anyone... Oh no, Grotham has a red weapon. So Grotham was a terrible idea. Get out of there, Grotham. I forgot you had to double check that. It sucks. Alright, how bad is it? She's doing about 13 black damage per hit. And give most people a black shield. I think someone's dead. No, that was a... Maybe that was just a janitor. Unfortunately... we don't have the full team with us is kind of part of the problem here. Yeah, red damage, we can't send you in. Oof, Dobry is taking a beating in there. And you can see, like, this is not going super fast here. Like, I think we can probably still win this, but it takes a while. It's like Robert took damage from Censored. Daubry seems to be taking the most amount of damage. Just keep an eye on Daubry there. Also, there's a random slimeling. It's those little baby slimes that are slowing us down. Yeah, there's too many janitors. And blue is here, finally, did the flash damage. Alright. It cost us about a minute and a half. Hey, Hades. Cost us about a minute and a half, but I think we're okay. I'm hoping that the slime infection doesn't trigger from fighting her. I don't really know the rules. There's certainly some slime sparkles, whatever that means. We might be doomed. I just wanted... we had to try, right? Like, we had to try. Yeah, it is a late night stream for sure tonight. Definitely. Definitely later than normal. Alright, so what are we going to do? 4.5... we still might have enough time to finish the suppression quest if we're quick. We can definitely finish the energy quest now without too much worry. I don't know how long I'll go tonight. It's kind of a more casual stream for sure. Let's keep sending Faith over there for the moment. I think probably one more job will get us the last weapon. I would actually like to finish the day without hitting the Crimson Noon if possible, just to save time, but I'm not sure if we'll have the time for it. Alright, let's everyone let them get back. We're gonna have to set the Bird of Judgment out next. And this will trigger Little Red because Melting Love got out. This is a double wah, which will put us up to 3, assuming we survive. Oh, it's the summertime. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I'm streaming so late. Actually, it's almost 10 p.m. my time, and it's much nicer in the evening than during the middle of the day for streaming. I always feel I get so hot when I wear these headsets and try to do a stream. I don't know exactly why, but something about the headset really overheats me. Alright, get in there, Rides. Everybody is healing up pretty good. 6 a.m. Oh man, you can't be hot at 6 in the morning. That's not a good sign. You know what? In the sake of trying to win these fights quick, let's send Grotham down. I think we can actually survive fairly low gear against the Bird of Judgment as long as we are full health and we attack it like we can kill it in a single cycle. Once it moves and does a second damage, we might be in problems. Oh, I don't have any kind of heat like that. I'm a spoiled Canadian. Hot for me is, well, in Celsius, it's when we start hitting 30, which is, what, like 86 Fahrenheit or something? It's not even hot by desert standards. Hello, Saw. Welcome. But it's all what you're used to more than anything, I feel. If you're used to the temperature, then 35's not so bad. If you never see 35, then 35's crazy. You want to send Pixel down? He takes extra red damage. I don't trust him against Little Red. Alright. So, Rides is going to get like 1 tick of the healer in here, and then we got to send him in there. And Robert shows up. Welcome. Alright, we're going to try to pull some tricks here tonight. I don't know if I've got enough time, or... who knows what's going to happen, but let's see. The bird, and then Little Red. Alright, team. You're all going to take some big, mighty, pale damage. It's an AoE for the whole room. And Little Red's out. So now she's going to start shooting us. Does a lot of red damage, make no mistake. She did specifically target someone over here. So we could try to move them out of the way. I'm just going to shoot that area with a red bullet and see what happens. Oof, Little Red is tough. Yeah, that... She already killed one person. Thornham died, like, instantly. Oh, I think I'm going to have to restart my day, because this is just not... I don't know how we're going to be able to safely get the 5 wads. This really sucks. I'm sure, positive, that we can suppress this bird 5 times. But Little Red at the same time is just not... I mean, she kills people so fast. I mean, I guess if more micro, you know, spend more time using bullets. Dang, she's tough. It's just so much. I really would recommend not inviting Little Red into your base. It's really her. She's the one that causes the problems. Otherwise, like, this is not a terribly difficult day. We got a little bit of bad luck with Melting Love getting a meltdown on the cycle. How are we going to do this safely without losing a bunch of people? I mean, I've only lost a couple, but I'm not happy. I mean, we could try the wolf strat. The problem is that if we let the wolf out, I mean, it's the same thing. Little Red really just ruins it. She really ruins it. Where is the BlueAnkylo bot? It should be here. There you go. BlueAnkylo bot's still around. Oh, that sucks. That's unfortunate. I mean, I could have recovered, I know, but we already lost 2 or 3 people, and I wasn't going to be successful on my quest that I wanted, so it's kind of a waste of a day. Yeah, I'm not... I would not take Little Red Riding Hood again if I had the option. It's not so much the her versus the wolf thing that's difficult. It's the fact that she breaks out every time we get 3 other breakouts. And that's going to cause a lot of problems in the late game. Because, you know, things are going to break out. Sometimes there's just no way to stop it. And, like it's actually, she's a really bad combo with the King of Greed. Because the King of Greed can always break out instantly on a 15 or less. It's a 50-50 kind of chance, but anytime you get less than 16, this thing can escape. 3 of those and Little Red also escapes. So, it's not a very good combination, I gotta say. Alright, so now what? What are we gonna do? Maybe I should just try to do one quest, but not both at the same time. Maybe I'm being too greedy. So if we want to do just the one quest, we can forget about the time and we can just focus everybody on this one. Red is basically universally hated, yeah. I'm definitely not happy. She's the most annoying one we've got. Some of these guys are more scary individually, but the constant escape is just, ugh, I hate that. If we forget about the time limit, focus on this, I can keep more people in the room because I'm not trying to multitask. There's only a couple. There's a certain flying abnormality that teleports around that blesses people that I believe is probably the most troublesome in the game. And the orchestra is pretty bad, but yeah, I don't know. I know a few things that I might hate more than her, but she's up there on my list pretty high right now. Yeah, the one that blesses you. We had a chance to get it early on, and I avoided it like the plague. I avoided it, just like the plague. Alright, we're gonna try, but we're gonna skip the time. So we're not even gonna think about getting energy, because we're gonna lose the timer entirely. I don't want to spoil it, Faith, but yeah. Basically, the blessing thing, it ruins everything. Oh yeah, Juliet's a rando that's just in charge of resetting that, basically. The button is pretty bad too, I would say, although theoretically not that hard to avoid, but it's just such a troll. The upper team, I don't know if I trust anybody down here with the bird. Maybe I could. You know what? If you have high rank equipment, I bet you're okay with the bird. Maybe not so much for red, but HE is probably strong enough to survive one tick from the pale damage. And this way we can burn it down faster. So we're going to send most of everybody down here. Kind of a shame I didn't take it for fun, but yeah, no, I want to be at least a chance of us. I want there to be at least some chance that we can succeed. That's fine. Don't worry about Julia. And if I take all the bad stuff, then, you know, we would have had to reset the game by now. So it's kind of a trade-off between fun for the viewers and more likely to make it to the end of the game. I was thinking, at first I was thinking this was good because this is efficient for time. You know, everything's close together. We can, you know, kill stuff really quickly. We won't have too many janitors die. But then I'm like, no, wait, it's terrible because she deals too much damage. Now, I'm pretty sure, like this, the Bird of Judgment is not going to be too much. Like, this will not be that big of a deal. I'm pretty confident. I mean, we'll see, but everyone immediately focuses fire. I'm gonna try to save some deaths here on the counter by eliminating some janitors that we don't want, because you know what they're about to do. They would have disintegrated in a second anyway. And then I'm pretty sure one tick of AoE damage is no big deal. Pretty loud. Just gonna zoom out a little bit. But yeah, so you can see it does deal like 50% damage to everybody, I think. But nobody died, and I think it only gets one attack per room, so no big deal. And let me just see here. We're just gonna... The music's okay. It's really the sound effects that are super, super loud. Anyway, everybody survived. That's one. Yeah, pale damage is like 50%. That's why I'm not too scared about who I send in for the bird. As long as they've got the 1.5 HE. I don't want to see Teth with double damage, because it might be enough to just one-shot you. I'm not sure the percentages exactly, but I don't want to risk it. And as long as we've got reasonably good pale protection, I don't think the bird can one-shot you. I could be wrong. You never know for sure. I guess one thing we could try to research is, can we kill the bird quickly enough that, like, if everybody's here, could we kill the bird before Red actually walks out and attacks us? Because last time we only had like 5 people fighting. And we still almost killed the bird. And nobody else is anywhere. We're just chilling everywhere else in the base. Because we're going to experiment a little bit here. Because I got to get this quest done, one way or the other. We've got to make sure we are progressing on our quests. Even if we can't get the timer at the same time, let's get the one. So we actually didn't get the, I don't know, 50-50 on that. We got a neutral result, so. I suppose off in the other side of the map, we'll let, Faith is still researching this thing. You didn't get enough points. Send Faith over. Oh, actually, I sent her to fight. I wasn't supposed to send Faith to fight because she's got pretty low HP. It's definitely not good for her to run into Little Red, let's say. Definitely not a good plan. I got another one that failed there. That's less impressive. There's not too much to worry about on the singing machine, I guess. As long as you don't have high fortitude, this thing's not so bad. Oh, also, let's keep Faith over there. Alright, we got it down to 1. Red will not escape this time. So if we get the failure condition here, we should have our fight. Number 2. The Justicia armor set, so good. Even taking less pale damage on the fails inside the containment unit. We do get the hallway healing. This is a new thing, by the way. That was what we got for Netzach suppression. We didn't used to heal in the hallways, but we do now, which is certainly convenient for this kind of actions. Alright, slow it down. This janitor needs to go. And everybody else is just fighting. So it just did its pale damage, and then it's dead. Well, it almost escaped the room. That was still very close. I don't think I want any janitors in this section. Whatever the bonus is we get for... We're gonna give up 1 attack speed for everybody. I don't care. I'd rather not even have it and have 0 janitors. We still heal just fine. Even with the passive healing, someone died? Well, yeah, someone that may have been weak to red. What was it? Thorinum died last time first? Thorinum was where we gave up, so... We checked Thorinum's armor, because I didn't really prep for red as much as I should have. I prepped for the bird. Let's just send everybody home. I have a slightly different plan at the moment. We're going to get to the next clip-off cycle, so I reload my bullets. And then what we're going to do is prepare for a essentially double breakout. Unless I can set it up... Well, no, we don't have to do that. We don't have to have them break out at the same time. We can go let something stupid out. Alright, this is what we're going to do. Change of plan. Remember, don't care about the timer. All I care about is not dying to the bird. So we need our A team that can handle Little Red, which is going to be everyone with Aleph gear or red resistant WA, essentially. 0.6 HE, I don't know about that. Aleph, though, is fine. The rest of these guys are going to go release something else. It doesn't really matter what else we release, but... Crimson Scar will be fine. Robert, you're on Little Red duty. I am on Little Red duty. HE with 0.5 red is probably okay, but Turkey might be our weakest link. I'm definitely not sending people with the Frost armor in. No way. I don't trust 0.8 red. 0.6 red might be survivable. You know, the quicker we kill her... Still, the quicker she dies, the less damage we take for risk. So, it's kind of a balance between who's going to die and who's adding to DPS. Alright, that's it for the A team. The B team's job will be probably just to break out Mothman, because that's pretty easy to do. And we'll even send them down the C team, I guess, at the moment, just to speed that process up a little bit. Although, he shouldn't be that big of a deal. I could go to the wolf and then to red. Well, that's fair, too. Is that easier? She doesn't, like, insta-kill someone when they do that. The wolf instant eats someone if you do that. I'm pretty sure it's only the wolf that eats you if you go from red to the wolf. And it's at the end even, so when an employee who had worked on the wolf completes the work on red, the counter goes down. You know, that's not too bad. No, it's all good faith. I mean, I'm trying... I'm sure you guys in chat know more about the game than I do, at least some of you. I'm just, we're trying to avoid super spoilers, but that's fine. I mean, I like to experiment. We'll do it with, it's going to take even more real game time. Someone with good armor that I don't have to worry about. Also, I don't want to keep dropping her. No, we're not going to work on her after this is done. I'm going to go do it myself. It's fine. Or wait. No, nobody's worked on red yet. She doesn't have any bar yet. So no one's going to get eaten by the wolf if we go do this right now. Because nobody has worked on red yet. So this should be fairly safe. She also hasn't escaped yet. So no one has injuries from her. Because I believe he also lowers his countdown if you have red-related injuries. They're a really pain-in-the-neck combo. So this will take a little bit longer, but this is probably an easier setup than what I was trying to do down here. Alright, nice big success on the wolf. One of the good things is, at least, you know, some of our employees have pretty high movement speed, so getting around the base doesn't take too long right now. Yeah, that's true. If you had little red, like, right beside the wolf, I'm sure your game is just this terrible. Terrible if they're right beside each other. Oh, that would not be what I want at all. Alright, yeah, so instead of triggering both at the same time, we'll be a little bit more careful. We'll do red once, and then 2 more birds, and after that we can just be careful and finish our day, basically. Alright, doesn't matter what we do here. It's blue specifically. I mean, I could use some more HP, sure, why not? Now, we still have to be careful, because she still is very strong. But I think pretty much everyone down here is either in Aleph equipment or resist red pretty significantly. I want to keep an eye on Grotham and Thorinum, probably. Grotham, Thorinum, and Daubry, who are in WA tier. But a lot of these guys will be super tanky to red damage. I got out there, right? I just can't see myself. No, I'm in there. I'm fine. Okay. Alright, here goes. Wish I could group everybody up. Just tell everybody to go in the same tile. I'm sure you can do it with the elevator, but I want everyone to have a red shield, right? Ah, well, we'll see where she goes. She should put a target on someone in specific. Actually, that's perfect. Everyone else stays behind them. And we'll have Daubry, who's 0.6 resistant to red. That's pretty solid. There's no janitors to kill at all. This is actually, like, optimal layout. Accidentally on purpose, but, you know, it works. Yeah, this is totally fair. Yeah, that was as nice as you can possibly get it set up, I think. So I think what you could probably do in the future is if you have your target on someone in the group, you specifically run them to the other side so that she's facing away from the rest of the group so her piercing shots don't hit everybody. And then that way, probably a lot more survivable. It's really the armor, like more than your stats and anything. It's if you've got someone with the wrong armor in there that takes extra damage from red, without doing the micro of the targeting thing, you know, they're gonna have a bad day. So anyway, we should be fine now. I don't want to go stupid, but this is still our high-class A-team. I don't need to bring in the other squads to deal with the bird. It also isn't that scary on its own. Pale damage is scary in general, but you saw like an almost complete fail, and it still didn't kill Rides. Actually, where are you, Rides? Please, you heal faster in the main room still, so. I think you only get, what, half healing in the hallways or so, so. Speed this up. And if this works, we'll probably do one more bird work here. And then, right, gotta do this one. And then we'll go deal with the meltdown. Actually, 2-point meltdown. We don't need to prep for that. We'll set that off, deal with the 2 meltdown, and then we'll get back to our last one more bird escape, basically. So we should be fine. Unless the 2 meltdown hits melting love, in which case I'm going to cry. A perfect failure. That's impressive, Rides. That's some dedication to failure there. It didn't even drop it. You stupid bird. 0 out of everything. Alright, well, we're not going to get it out before the meltdown. So let's do the meltdown first. Some weird sound effects. Let's take these guys and put them in the middle. Because if we do get meltdowns over here, I want the team kind of closer. Stupid bird. Speaking of birds, fella, you know what this means. Bird time. Alright, what do we get? At least it's not melting love, right? At least it's not melting love. Alright, singing machine, that's fine. That's what Faith's for. Censored is what Robert is for. So this is nothing to worry about. This is going to be a very specifically equipped side of the base right now. Because you need a very specific statted person to work the machine. And censored, you need someone who really has a lot of sanity. A lot of sanity. Or really good black armor. Or a combination of the two, basically. Also, hello. Eralp? Is that L? Eralp. Welcome to the stream. And then, by the same token, we haven't really talked about this one yet. But that's a fairly dangerous abnormality to work on, too, so... This is definitely, like, the danger wing. We got Melting Love, the Mountain, all this stuff. Turns out, the army in black wasn't too scary. Yeah, everything scary is on the bottom left right now. Alright, so that's that. Let's get everyone back to work. We've got 2 more bird escapes to do. This is probably smarter anyway. It's nice when you can do 2 quests at the same time, but it's just a bit safer. We'll have a Green Dawn coming up. Green Dawn. Bad for janitors, not terribly bad for employees after that. Do we get the drop? We did not. We keep losing our coin flip there. Should have sent Rides back to the regenerator. 1 more tick and I'll send them in. Good enough. Looks like you might only heal like 10 HP or so per tick when you're in the hallway. Definitely heal faster in there. Maybe by more than double. Reminds me, I have to do a lore episode fairly soon. Keep forgetting. 50-50, do we get it? There we go, alright. Focus. I mean, I don't even have to do any micromanagement as long as we kill it quick. So we don't actually have enough employees to instantly kill it. I wonder if it even does its attacks in the elevators. Yeah, probably not. But we have to be quicker to catch it. Now, it's going to do its attack here. We actually have a problem, because we haven't healed up. Might have overestimated my DPS there a little bit. Are we even healing in the elevator? I don't even know. Yeah, we heal in the elevator. Well, I sure hope everyone's got enough HP to survive this. We can make that happen. It's hard. It's really hard to see other people's HP when they're all grouped up. Alright, I think I saved Grotham's life. I hope Rides can survive. We'll find out here in a second. Looks good. It's close, but he doesn't get another attack until the next room. Oh, it's because he's not holding still. We keep missing all of our melee attacks. That's unfortunate. This is actually kind of not working perfectly. that enough, you think? We'll heal more if we fight him in here, but he's just going to run away again. The bird needs to hold still. Now, I wonder if that's his attack. If he can do it again if we enter the room. No, but he still won't hold still. So we have to shoot him, basically. It's fine. That's fine. Alright, one more time. Let's ramp it up this time. Not too many janitors died. We're fine. He may have got one somewhere, but... You know, I did execute all the janitors in the disciplinary wing. So it's a fairly safe zone for abnormalities that escape on death. So yeah, I'm gonna bank on more DPS because that was kind of a little bit risky, and I want to reduce our risk here a little bit. So we want rides to heal quicker. Once we're done with the wall suppressions, I'll speed things up a fair bit. It won't take too long to finish our day. Because I'm not going to want to try any dangerous moves now that we've spent like an hour of the episode here. It's time to play it safe once we get this done. I mean, we'll work on the new Aleph at least once or twice. It'll be fine. I've got 3 bullets left. Maybe I should have waited until the next ordeal, but we'll get Rides a little bit of HP here. Hopefully that plus 1 tick should be enough. Alright, bird. Come at me. Bird of trolling, more like. Longest episode ever because the bird won't escape. Alright, Rides. Go heal up a little bit. Maybe it'll come out this time. I got the healing tick right away. That was nice timing on Rides. Alright, here we go. The last one, hopefully. Definitely hits hard with the lower equipped people, but... Well, that's very unfortunate that 2 people just died. I guess it does explosive damage when you kill it? Is that what it does? You kill it, it explodes? Not even 2 people. 4 people died. What? We have one cycled this thing before without anybody dying. What just happened? Oh, we've wasted so much time on this friggin' quest. That's ridiculous. What? I don't even know what did that. We like friendly fire ourselves? Yes, we did. You see people taking bleeding damage. So, okay, this was technically my fault because I forgot. Oh, this is so dumb. Alright, future tubers, this episode's been ridiculously long. I'm just going to end it here. I'll maybe, I'll try to clip in the ending once we finally get to the end of this dumb quest. Obviously, I've shown you what we're going to do, but what happened there, in case anyone's wondering before I end the recording part, it's one of these weapons. Drop below 50% HP, bonus damage goes to your neighbors. These weapons suck. I equipped them because I don't have a lot of options. We're not ending the stream, don't worry. We're just ending the recording for future tubers. Because the pale damage does so much, it's dropping whoever's equipped here with these two below 50%, and then they're AoEing their neighbors, and that's, I'm pretty sure, why everybody died, or why we had 4 deaths. Because I don't think the bird can attack more than once, so... Ugh, anyway, future tubers, we'll be back eventually. Welcome back, future tubers. It's been a while. Let's not talk about it. Never asked live chat what they saw this evening. Anyway, we did eventually complete our day, and it only took 25 minutes. Super easy. The dead person don't matter. Don't worry about them. It's just a throwaway employee for training, for experimentation purposes, so don't worry about them. But we did get the 5 WAs. The way we finally settled on it was mostly doing the Bird of Judgment with our A team of Alephs, and then making sure we don't release the Bird of Judgment and Little Red at the same time, because that tended to cause problems. So when Little Red was about to go, we'd go bother the Punishing Murderer for 1 try, then kill Little Red at the same time, and then go back to the bird. And honestly, it's not even that hard. You can't make any mistakes. And we ignored our new Aleph, so we're going to have to learn him the next day, along with probably a new tool, I would assume. And that's pretty much it. So stat-wise, we didn't really spend a lot of time on this day, so it's probably not a great day for training stats, all in all. Like, some people certainly gained some stats, you can see in here. But overall, actually, that's not bad for Faith. Overall, we didn't do a lot of that kind of thing, so all good. Let's see the story for the day. The future tubers are the people who watch it on YouTube later on, because it's recorded. So the stream tubers are live, or the live tubers are you guys watching right now. And then probably, well, we're quite a few episodes ahead by now, but, you know, in a few weeks, the future tubers will see this on the YouTube site, on the video section. Have you fallen to the lowest bottom? Satisfaction is only temporary. Or, when the train keeps on chugging. Yeah, I do know what that does, and no thanks. Satisfaction is only temporary, or have you fallen to your lowest bottom? Which one of these is the grinder? One of these I want to skip. Well, it doesn't even matter. None of these are going to be helpful, let's be clear. This would be mostly annoying and eventually murder us. And this would... I just don't remember exactly. One of these is... Actually, I think I'm going to take this one. Don't spoil it in chat or anything, but I feel like one of these is the machine that just eats people and kills them. And one of them is... I don't know. I'm trying to avoid the one that you just die in, but it doesn't matter that much. The tools are fairly easy to ignore, so we'll see what that one is. It's fine. Alright, a little bit of story. I remember you, A. You were a person with a warm laugh. A little bit psycho background there. And B, I don't have any idea who B is. At all, really. A, why did you never go meet it, even though you created it? So if for those of you new in the chat, we keep getting these flashbacks of what A is talking to people of, essentially. And we're pretty sure that what happened was there was a lady called Carmen, who's the one that's always talking about the sun and photosynthesis and stuff. And she was like this super scientist. And she did some stuff, and then I think she probably got some kids killed. Probably the Tipperith kids, specifically, whatever their names were. And then I think she committed suicide. We have some backlog on that. And some of these facts might not be 100% true, but that's what the current belief is that Carmen killed herself. A saved her by putting her into a machine that he wasn't happy about, and then he doesn't actually like the fact that he did that, but by having her in the machine, essentially Angela is the assumption. She can keep the work progressing, even though, you know, we're not happy. Nobody's happy. This is a game where just nobody's happy. Just everyone's having a bad time. But, A, surely you already know. Did you want a vending machine that dispenses soda at the press of a button? Then at least give it a name. There's nothing I can do, even if you make an expression like that. It is the rule that the creator names their creation. Don't dump your job on someone else. You're the designer. Go to it and call it yourself. Name it yourself. There, the door, right there. Like I said, they really are being stingy with the plot, so it is very difficult to follow along, especially when there's, like, multiple hours in between every little story session, so... Don't feel bad if you don't know what's going on. Don't feel bad at all. I'm still... Maybe if I get to the end of the game, we can review all of the dialogue in order, and it'll make way more sense. It'd probably take forever to read it all, but maybe I'll think about it. Try to work out the actual details. But that'll be, like, at the very end. Anyway, this is our result. Why would we get chased? This is probably our result for killing the wasps for the quest. So, Gebra will return soon. And, of course, we've got Cheesed. Or Cheese. And he's supposed to have a fancy voice. What do I remember? Like, he's like the oity-toity guy. Gebra will return soon. Manager, if it's all right, could you relay my words? Gebra is strangely obsessed with suppression, I would say. The additional casualties of the employee during the process, it's entirely disregarded. Angela knows, but couldn't even care less. Gebra is good at suppressing abnormalities, so some added loss in the process is a trade-off. But as a manager, you know that taking down the abnormalities is not our only objective. Well, I'm not sure Gebra will listen to you. Gebra, I don't know. We'll go with Gebra for now. But I would appreciate it if you could try. I saw Cheese leaving. Anything I should know about? Be honest with me, I can see everything. I'm warning you, don't act as if you know everything. I've been here a long time, and I've seen more than you ever have. Much more, even. Experiment subject 0934. A simple test will be conducted before applying the chemicals. Christopher is another name we've never seen before. Gebra, the machine with a soul. A wonderful creation of Lobotomy Corporation. What does having a soul mean? It means having value. It's actually kind of a religion A believes in. I participated in the experiment because I trust him. I don't know if I have a soul. If I am disassembled, will there be a soul inside? I can easily be determined by talking with you. A soul can't be seen, but it can be felt. I will be reborn while looking at my own soul. Mankind and the world will be changed soon. Trust A, he's our savior. Some happy hip-hop there in the background. Isabel, I have no idea. There's so many new names today. So, Gebra, I've heard a lot about you from Christopher. You have a soul. I've heard A is really remarkable. Don't pay attention to those who disrespect you. They don't know your worth. This is Jilly, our daughter. She's kind and sweet, just like you. Then this child also has a soul? Of course! The soul is something every life form holds, the essence of all. But yet, not known to all. Not known to anyone, probably. This world believes only in things that can be seen. A bad belief which will eventually lead everyone to destruction. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of post-apocalyptic, sorta. Everyone's kind of having a bad time out there in the real world. Angela, is that a monster? Well, that is called an abnormality, Gebra. Is it somehow different from a monster? Monsters are monstrous creatures. I love it when you define words with the same word. Look, abnormalities are made from humans. There's a revelation for you guys. Then why does that abnormality have Christopher's watch and sound like him? Because abnormalities are made from humans, by the way. And so this is great. This is great. I'm so happy that we are learning all about the way abnormalities are made now. So they don't come into being from nothing, or existence from nothing. Do abnormalities devour humans? Did it devour Christopher? It's mimicking him? I don't understand. Well, that's because it's complicated, Gebra, and you're dumb. One thing is certain. It didn't happen because someone is evil. And that form you call a monster is certainly has Christopher's will in it. Why is there a step of sending Isabel to the D-101 experiment chamber in the experiment history? Why are you placing her with that horrific monster? So Isabel was the... It's going to be Christopher, Isabel, and Jilly were the family. Christopher's already turned into an abnormality. Isabel's probably next. And, well, I've never seen Jilly, so... you know, bad feels. I don't know, Jabura. They don't explain every detail to us. It's hard to determine the loss of humanity or something. I don't really understand. It's gonna hurt Isabel, I'm sure. I should talk to Angela. Jabura, maybe it'd be better to keep quiet about it. I saw other machines questioning orders, and Angela simply reset them. Please, if you feel anger, try to live with it. Wouldn't it be better to live with that than to lose your memory and become a lifeless husk? Again, maybe? I don't know. How do you think that story would have ended? What happened to Christopher's wife and his daughter? I don't know either. Not sure it's good or bad. Probably bad, though. But it's not my experiment. I only know Jilly's old blanket was the only thing to come out of the chamber. Most people don't even talk to us, because machines aren't even worth their time. But they told me I was worthy. They looked past my exterior and saw what was inside of me. We're not sure what's inside the robots yet, but apparently it bleeds. Something I wasn't even aware of. That monster, called Abnormality, killed lots of people since then. Today took, I don't know, I didn't count, 5 or so, yeah. Don't tell the future tubers that. But it never dies. It's unfair. Why do we have to be nice to them? Don't pay any mind to the employees in front of you. When it comes out, that will be the least of your worries. Since it truly feels pain, I will dish out as much as possible. That is the only reason I am here. She does have some cool scars for her machine. Don't patronize me again. Ever. Alright, so you thought suppressing 3 was harder. 5 was, I guess. Now we get to suppress 3 Alephs. This is, depending on your selection, quite a difficult quest, I'm sure. We're actually in a fairly good position for this one, not counting Little Red, so we'll talk about this when we're ready for it, but honestly, we can probably do that pretty quick. So let's unlock one more slot for cheese, and then we can end our day. Oh, once we stop the recording for a section, as soon as YouTube's done, I'll help chat out a little bit. So seeing as we finished a quest, we can pick an upgrade. These guys are kind of interesting. I think I want this bullet specifically because it slows abnormalities down. And I think this will be quite useful for Little Red, and if the wolf gets out. It makes them move at half speed, I believe. So that's pretty cool. Having this thing is a pretty useful bullet. The rabbit team's cool, don't get me wrong. But it's very expensive. This costs a lot of energy to use versus one bullet. And, bunny, please. No, I'm not getting the bunny first. It does have good uses. It's just, it's a very specific use. And, this is going to be more useful most of the time. So for now, slow down bunny. Slow down bullets. We will get the bunnies later, though, I promise. We just have to kill 3 Alephs to get the bunnies now. It's fine. So for those of you watching along on the videos, thanks for watching, of course. Next episode, we are going to probably attempt this. Maybe both of them at the same time again. We'll see. I still think it wouldn't be that hard, but it's just a matter of doing a lot of suppressions in a short amount of time, and it's... They keep catching me. I'd also like to spend some time working on this guy to get more weapons and armor. So maybe, I don't know what I'll do. We'll figure it out, and we'll see it then when we get there. Anyway, for those of you future tubers, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.